Welcome back to another one of my tutorials. Today we are in PokeMMO and I will be showing you how to breed shiny Pokemon. Now you may be asking, why make another one of these breeding guides when there's already hundreds of them? Well, first off, fuck you too. Second off, I was watching one specifically on shinies and I was confused, so I want to make this guide to clear the confusion. Breeding in PokeMMO is already a big investment on your Pokeyen, then you add a rare elusive shiny on top of it, you're going to break bank. Now I assume you already know the basics of breeding, otherwise what are we doing here? Am I supposed to believe you got a shiny before stumbling upon the daycare? Well, if you did, that's pretty cool, I'm kinda jealous. To start off, first you need a shiny obviously, whether you catch one yourself or buy one from the GTL or God forbid, get one from mysterious Pokeballs. If you are one of the lucky few who have a pair of the same species that are shiny, you can skip over this part. But if you only have one of the species, follow closely. For this example, and to be truthful, my only attempt at this, I will be using my shiny Scolipede for the breeding as its suck-ass doo-doo balls. As you can see, it hits like soggy wet toilet paper and in serious need of that genetic strength people talk about when they say they have 2 wolves inside them. Now the next step is to get another same species that is also shiny. If your shiny is a female, you can pair it with Pokemon that are within the same egg group, while male shinies are to be bred with another female of itself or a ditto. But for your wallet's sake, I recommend a female version of your shiny, especially in this economy. This is because the resulting baby will always be the same species as the female. But I bet you already knew that unless you're that one guy I mentioned, I'm touching you for good luck. Now let's peruse the market and find a girlfriend for our Scolipede here. Hopefully her stats are like that of She-Hulk, Velma and the Marvels, so we don't feel bad about eating her. Before that, let me check on its pre-evolution to see if they're any cheaper. This seems weird and feels illegal, and would definitely put our boy Scolipede here on the list, but money is tight. What in the goddamn? Well, with these prices we can safely say our Minecraft YouTubing career is over before it began. But that's a good lesson for today. Always check your options. Now we can start picking out candidates for our breeder. Well, some of these are definite winners, like the cheapest one on this list. I'm not saying that because I'm broke, by the way. The most expensive one here has an exclusive particle effect attached to it. But since we can't afford it, we'll just pretend we didn't see it. Alright, now that we've settled on our queen, we'll be locking in. Chat, I'm locked in for real, let me cook. There, I bought it now, onto the breeding. For Scolipede, of course. This will be the last part of this tutorial, as it will be the most straightforward, but very important, and is the reason why most of you clicked on this video. Now, the fundamentals of breeding in PokeMMO that you need to know is that IVs, those numbers that are determined the moment a Pokemon is born, are what's being passed around through the system. I know you know that we all know this already, it's part of the main game, so what's so special about it? Simmer down, buddy, I'm getting to that part. In PokeMMO, the IVs passed down to the child are static, meaning it can get the numbers of the stats between the lowest and highest number of the IV between the parents. There is no potential of getting perfect IVs of just repeating the breeds, and that's not even possible here, as the parents for the breed will be consumed in order for the child to be born, like a fusion, if you will. But I'm sure every one of you already knew that. Why am I telling you this? I swear. Now on to the next step. Once you determine the IV you want to pass down onto the child, get the corresponding bracer and give it to the breeder as such. Of course, we're getting the attack IV. Now, do I want anything from my own Scolipede? Fuck no. Have you seen how terrible he is? Fought 84 hours and God gave me his weakest warrior. No wonder it was abandoned as a child. Even his parents knew he was a disappointment. After that's done and we placed the right bracer on the right parent, we go to the old day care man where the magic happens. Okay, where is he? Isn't he supposed to be outside? Oh, he's just getting mass assaulted by other players there. Didn't see him. This is new to me. You get to use incubators now for the eggs. Now be very careful here. Make sure to put both shiny parents into the respective slots, otherwise you will potentially lose your shiny. Always double check when putting them both in. This is the most crucial part in this tutorial. Just take it in for now and monitor the panel very closely. You may have noticed that the potential IVs passing down have different odds when compared to normal breeding. Shinies have a higher chance of passing down the highest roll and have lower odds of passing the lowest. Now here it is highly recommended for you to set the child to be born as a female, because you can chain breed your shiny with more options in the future. For me, I was role-playing mine to be reborn as himself. The Bugoosey was so good our boy reincarnated into the next life. And here you pick the best Pokeball for your shiny, only the luxurious slave capsules for my best buddies. This will be the last point that you need to keep an eye out for. The OT of your shiny child should always display your in-game name. If this is for some whatever reason different, please do not continue. Your shiny should always display the OT as your own because that's what makes it valuable. It is like a certificate showing that you caught it in the wild with the full odds of 1 in 30,000. If it shows anything else that is not your name, either you did not catch the shiny yourself and are attempting to fix that by breeding it, or you don't care, which is fair, carry on if that's the case. If you do care, I will assure you that it would not happen if you're 100% sure you caught one of the shiny parents yourself. I know I was nervous to start the shiny breed when I saw this in videos. Once you press the breed button, there is no turning back, so before doing so, please check back everything if it is satisfactory to you. After that, just put in the egg in one of your incubators, and if you have a Pokemon with the ability Flame Body or Magma Armor, put it in to speed up the hatching time. Simply do this from the PC. Finally, we wait until it hatches. Now that you don't need to put eggs directly in your party anymore, you can freely go do whatever you do when you're not breeding for eggs, like touching grass. No, I don't mean touching Lilligant. No, not Maractus either, you weirdo. You know what? Never mind, just wait there and behave. So, you breed here often? Well, this isn't working. Here's something to occupy you while you wait. Now that's better. I can feel my brain rotting away already more than it did when shiny hunting our Scolipede. Oh wow, it's hatching. That was quick. Probably because I trimmed off the waiting time in the video. Should have done that earlier, but then it wouldn't be funny. Let's see if our goat here is worth the second chance in life. Now that's more like it. The HP could have been better, but why worry about getting hit if we plan to use him for reruns and farming anyway? That's the end of this tutorial for today. I hope you learned something valuable about breeding shinies in 7 minutes when I could just post a 30-second trimmed video without commentary on it, but that wouldn't have been fun. Thank you for watching. Bye.